ridden by Chris Maud. 3 is Glamotte, Conor O'Dwyer. 4 is Straight Talk, Tony McCoy. 5, Into the Red, Tony Dobbin. 6, Joe White, ridden by Norman Williamson, who's trying to achieve a Frankie Dettori this afternoon. He's ridden the first 2 winners, and he's got plenty of good rides later in the afternoon as well. 7 is Green Hill Raffles, with Peter Henley putting up 1 pound overweight, and 8, Judge the best turned out horse, 50 pounds from the sponsors for Debbie Kay, Andros Prince, ridden by John Ryan. Here's how they bet.
Yes, the market is interesting. Young Hustler, last year's winner at 13-8. 4-1 and on the drift there from 3, Scott and Banks. Lovely horse this. Into the Red, winner of this 2 years ago. Now with Mary Reveley, a 5-1 shot. He jumps these fences for fun. Straight Talk, former prolific pointer. He's at 6-1. Glamotte at 8. Another horse that may just struggle over this distance, but he's got good form. Joe White is 11s from 10-1. And the 2 outsiders, Lucinda Russell's Green Hills Raffles, that walk round this parade ring as if it really meant business. On looks from the parade ring, the way he strode round, 66 may be generous, but the other one, Andros Prince, has gone from 66s to 100-1.
Talk, Young Hustler, Scott and Banks and Glamotte on the outside. They're all up in the front line as they jump the first. Young Hustler jumps it well. They're all over safely. Young Hustler, Straight Talk, Scott and Banks, Glamotte, then Andros Prince as they come quickly to the second. Young Hustler, the leader, jumps it well, and Scott and Banks virtually down there. Magnificent recovery by Russ Garrity and a bad mistake by Joe White as well as they come now to the first open ditch, and Young Hustler jumps it clear of Glamotte, who makes a mistake. Then Straight Talk, Scott and Banks, after that remarkable recovery, is back in 4th. Then Andros Prince and Into the Red. They're clear of Joe White and Green Hills Raffles, whose jockey seems to have lost his arms as they jump the 4th. And Young Hustler from Straight Talk and Glamotte. Then Scott and Banks and Into the Red, Andros Prince, Joe White and Green Hills Raffles as they go across the Melling Road and rejoin Peter O'Sullivan.
And still Young Hustler blazing the trail from Straight Talk and Glamotte and then Into the Red. And then comes Andros Prince. Young Hustler, previous winner here, and Chris Maud, who's won this twice, both on Young Hustler and Indian Tonic, the leader. From Straight Talk and Glamotte and Scott and Banks. Quite a long run to the next. That will be in this one, the 5th. In the National, it would be the 13th, and the next will be the 14th in the National. But this time, they come to the chair as number 7. Another mistake there in rear by Green Hill Raffles. Coming to down now to the last before the chair, and still Young Hustler. Young Hustler from Straight Talk and Glamotte on the inside, and then comes Scott and Banks and Into the Red just in behind them. Coming to the chair now, number 7 in this, number 15 in the National, and Young Hustler well clear. Jumps it brilliantly. Straight Talk and Scott and Banks jump it almost upsides. Glamotte on the near side, coming down to the water now. Number 8, and Young Hustler clear of Scott and Banks. Glamotte on the near side, Into the Red and Straight Talk, and then comes Andros Prince, and behind him Green Hill Raffles, and then Joe White, who's the back marker. So all still standing in the Crowther Homes Becher Chase as they go out towards the country now, with Young Hustler still the leader from Scott and Banks, well recovered from that earlier mistake. Glamotte comes next, then Into the Red and Straight Talk. Behind them come Andros Prince, and then Joe White, who's improved a place, relegated Green Hill Raffles to last. But with Young Hustler the leader, it's back to John Hanmer.
The next fence is the 9th. Young Hustler on the inside from Scott and Banks, Straight Talk, Glamotte, Joe White improving on the outside. Another magnificent leap by the leader, Young Hustler, who comes to number 10 now in the lead from Scott and Banks. Glamotte going well on the inside, then Straight Talk, Joe White and Into the Red, and then Green Hills Raffles and Andros Prince at the back. And they come now to the next open ditch, fence number 11. Young Hustler the leader, jumps it clear of Glamott in second, then Scott and Banks. Into the red has crept closer. Straight Talk is next, then Joe White, Greenhill Raffles and Andros Prince. This is the 12th, and Young Hustler takes it clear. Not quite such a good jump that time, but still 4 lengths ahead of Glamott. Then Scott and Banks in third place, then into the red, Straight Talk, Joe White, Greenhill Raffles and Andros Prince over the one before Becher's. Young Hustler, Glamott, and at the back of the field Joe White has fallen and going down towards Becher's Brook. Young Hustler just coming out a little bit from the inside. Glamott with the sheepskin nose band on the right, on the inside, racing with Scott and Banks. Young Hustler over Becher's from Glamott. Scott and Banks into the red, and a faller at the back, Greenhill Raffles, and Andros Prince is tailed off. So just 6 of them left as they go to the Foynhaven fence. And Young Hustler, Glamott, Scott and Banks into the red, and Straight Talk. These are the only ones that count. Andros Prince is tailed off as they go to the canal turn for the only time in the race. Norman Williamson's on his feet after his fall, and Young Hustler, the leader, from Glamott in second place. Then back in third into the red, followed by Scott and Banks. Then Straight Talk's well behind now as they jump Valentine's for the second time. Young Hustler making the best of his way home, a mistake by Straight Talk. They've got 5 to jump. Young Hustler by 4 lengths. The other 3, Glamott into the red and Scott and Banks racing almost all together. That was 5 out, and Scott and Banks makes a slight mistake there, loses ground, and it's Young Hustler coming to the last ditch, 4 out. 3 lengths in front of Into the Red, who goes second. Then Glamott is third. At the last ditch, Young Hustler by 2.5 lengths from Into the Red and Glamott, who take it together. Straight Talk has gone. Tony McCoy just sitting up already, and they go to 3 out now. Young Hustler with Into the Red just 1.5 lengths behind now. Glamott right on terms too, and they're well clear of Scott and Banks. Andros Prince has just jumped 3 out, and as they go across the Milling Road with 2 to jump, Young Hustler pressed by Into the Red and Glamott, and they're clear of Scott and Banks and over to Peter O'Sullivan.
Just 2 fences left to jump now, but they've got nearly 6 furlongs to run, and it's still Young Hustler, but being pressed by Into the Red and Glamott. These 3 look to have it between them, with Scott and Banks about 15 lengths off the pace as they race now towards the second last. Into the Red nearest to us, over on the far side, Young Hustler just in behind them. Glamott now as they come down towards the second last in the Crowther Holmes Becher Chase. Into the Red on the near side, Young Hustler on the far side. Into the Red lands in the lead from Young Hustler. Glamott is not done with. They're racing towards the final fence now, and it's Into the Red under Tony Dobbin, coming to it in the lead from Young Hustler. Then Glamott on the far side. Into the Red lands in the lead. Young Hustler, a mistake, goes through the top. It's Into the Red being chased now by Glamott over on the far side, but it's Into the Red, the leader, renewing his challenge. On the near side is Young Hustler. They're racing towards the elbow. They've got 200 yards to run, and it's Into the Red from Young Hustler, still trying to renew that challenge. Into the Red, the leader from Young Hustler, and Glamott as they race up towards the line. Into the Red from Young Hustler. Into the Red is holding Young Hustler despite the courage of his challenge, and as they come to the line, Into the Red has won the Crowther Holmes Becher Chase. Second is Young Hustler. Third is Glamott, and 4th came Scott and Banks, and those are the only finishers from the 8 who set out. And so the result of the 1996 Crowther Holmes Becher Chase. First, number 5, Into the Red, owned by Mr. J. Huckle, trained by Mrs. Mary Reveley. He won this in 1994, this horse, and ridden by Tony Dobbin. Second was number 2, Young Hustler, owned by Mr. John Ledger and Mr. Gavin McKecken. What a great run he gave them, trained by Nigel Twiston Davis and ridden by Chris Maud. And third was number 3, Glamott, owned by Mr. Dennis Yardy, trained by Kim Bailey and ridden by Conor O'Dwyer, with 4th, number 1, Scott and Banks.
The winner, number 5, Into the Red, came home at 9-2. Second, number 2, Young Hustler, 13-8 favourite. Third, number 3, Glamott.